Katarina smirks wickedly, casting a sinister grin at Koko, as if to suggest that all resistance has been utterly meaningless. She mocks Koko, who has devoted her entire life to supporting her friend, only to meet a tragic end because of her. Come back, Katarina insists, assuring Koko that she will be treated kindly, unlike those others, of course. This kindness will be administered by Katarina herself. However, as she speaks, she notices Kim engaged in conversation with Akka, claiming that he understands what must be done. Katarina feels a surge of fury, questioning whether she has been talking to herself all along. Meanwhile, Koko, infuriated, demands that Akka be brought back. She charges at Katarina, ready to unleash her anger, but suddenly, a blinding light floods the room, leaving everyone bewildered about the unfolding events. They see several. As Vatican soldiers enter, guns drawn, Kim thinks they have finally reached a crucial moment. A girl steps forward, and at first, Kim sees her as a mirror. However, she quickly realizes that this is not true. But the Vatican soldiers start firing, but the bullets seem to move by Kim in slow motion, hitting something behind him. From the bright light, a girl appears, not just a reflection, and she declares that many vampires live in this area, but there's no need to worry because she promises to cleanse them all. Her attack radiates divine power, and even her eyes seem to be pierced by a cross. As she moves closer, she tells Katarina that she must have a lot of courage to attack the hotel with the Vatican squad. Katarina laughs, saying that she definitely has guts and has brought many puppets to help her. Once again, Katarina releases her green smoke, making Kim urgently shout for everyone to hold their breath. This is crucial, because if anyone accidentally breathes in the smoke, they will either be paralyzed or become Katarina's slave. But everyone holds their breath as Katarina throws a snake at the girl, making fun of her and asking how she plans to stop it. However, as the snake gets closer, the girl uses her power and quickly decapitates the creature. This is surprising because no one expected her to react so fast. Although she seems calm, there's tension in the air, but she remains focused on the task at hand. Effortlessly, she shows such strength that she can handle the snakes with ease. However, as she moves forward, she realizes that Katarina has suddenly disappeared. Everyone is shocked, for the venomous cows have vanished, leaving only the snake's head behind. The girl, known as B, starts to scream like a child, desperately asking about Katarina's whereabouts. She poses this question to her teammate, looking for clarity on Katarina's fate. Kim watches the chaos unfold, confusion clear on her face, just as B's teammate tries to comfort her. In that moment, Kim suggests that Katarina might be hidden inside the snake whose head has been cut off. The girl is thankful for this insight, but she insists that she must go after Katarina right away. However, before starting her search, she orders her team to shoot at Koko and Kim. Both Koko and Kim are startled, instinctively trying to escape the hail of bullets. The girl reassures them that she doesn't want to cause any real harm, because they are, after all, good vampires. Kim interrupts, saying that they are not enemies, but allies of the mirror. The girl thinks this claim is ridiculous, especially considering the Vatican's clear position against making deals with vampires. However, Kim keeps insisting on their connection with the mirror, which makes the girl start to doubt if this connection is real. It hasn't been revealed by the Vatican yet. Kim wonders to himself about how they can dodge this problem. Then he suddenly says to the girl, "Room 1701," explaining that it's where Mirror is staying with him, and she is ready to attack Kim using her powers. But when she hears this, she is taken aback. Her powers disappear, and she screams. She begins to sweat heavily, realizing that Mirror has been living with a guy all this time. Kim adds that Mirror is wearing black underwear today. Upon hearing this, the girl's nose starts to bleed. Mirror arrives at the location quickly, profusely. One could say as she steps out of the car, she notices a lot of damage inside. A bright light shines from within, making her run inside swiftly. Myra realizes that if she lets them capture Kim, it will all be over. Upon reaching the 17th floor, she finds the center of the chaos. She pulls out her weapon and asks Kim what is happening. Hearing that a vampire has entered, Mira stands still, assessing the situation. The girl outside is shocked at the idea of Kim and Mira being together. Meanwhile, Koko is sniffing around, but Mira is confused by what is unfolding. The scene shifts to Mira and Kim talking in a room while the girl stays outside, wondering if they actually live together. Mira and Kim talk about how the Yakuza and 3 vampire leaders had barged in. One leader was killed after they split up, another escaped, and the third was captured. They narrowly avoided disaster this time, because had Kim fallen into Anna's hands, it would have been catastrophic. He figured out when he would be absent and struck at that time. Kim informs Mirror that this indicates the information network is no laughing matter, the hotel is no longer safe. Mirror contemplates relocating, because they cannot afford to be caught off guard, even for a moment. As Mirror and Kim lock eyes, a smirk creeps across Mirror's face. She points out that Kim, who nearly perished during his initial encounter with a vampire, is now battling 3 and still remains alive. His combat training, which surpasses typical human strength and speed, is clearly paying dividends. It is evident that Kim has grown stronger from the constant blood-sucking. However, he is somewhat slow. If he continues to gain strength at this rate, he might eventually be capable of killing Anna. Kim stands in silence and Mirror admonishes him not to recklessly abandon his post. Angrily, she queries whether he would leave if the higher-ups summoned him. Kim responds that he has something crucial to share. There is vital information he reveals as a vampire. He understands how he can match the speed and strength of Anna, the 7th squad leader of the Nanamen Yakuza, aka the Yakuza. He received this information just before. Like the time the Inanio and remise, the more blood a vampire drinks, the stronger they become. Thus one can gain strength through this method. However, it will be impossible to fight Anna. But if it's vampire blood, that's a different story. By drinking a vampire's blood, he can steal their accumulated power if he meets certain conditions. However, he might even gain new abilities. Mara doesn't trust the source of the information and asks Kim about the conditions. Kim tells her that the exact requirements for gaining abilities aren't clear, but it's definitely worth testing. After drinking Aiga's blood, he was able to use a new ability for a brief moment. It seemed like the bullets slowed down. But he mentions that Anna has 7 vampires under her command, and now he knows what to do. He needs to drink the blood of all the vampires under Anna. Mira asks if Kim is planning to use Koko for this purpose as well, but Kim informs her that Koko is also one of Anna's vampires. The girl who's gaining Koko realizes it wouldn't hurt to keep her secured for now, especially because she harbors animosity toward Anna for killing her friend, which might make things complicated. Mira tells Kim that the Bishops' Council, where the Vatican bishops meet, is about to happen. They usually discuss the current issues surrounding Anna's forces. However, this meeting is different because it focuses on Kim. Since he joined the vampire hunting group, there are some people who aren't happy he's there. Nevertheless, Mira reassures Kim not to worry, her position is not bad. She brought him here to watch his behavior, but now she has developed a bit of trust in him. Although Mira praises Kim for his hard work, while unbuttoning her shirt, she tells him to eat up. The girl outside hears this and is shocked, wondering what Mira means by this reward. She can hardly believe her ears and feels her cheeks turn red with embarrassment as she tries to understand what Mira could mean by this so-called reward she supposedly gives daily. Meanwhile, inside, Kim is drinking Mira's blood. Mira notices how much he has changed, observing that at first, he had trouble controlling his excitement. However, now he seems to handle it with ease. Kim urges her to tell him if it gets too hard for her. But the girl waiting outside misunderstands the whole thing. Everything was shocking because of what she overhears. She wonders, what on earth is happening inside? Kim and Mira keep talking, saying the more the better, right? However, we should call Lucia. The girl outside, called Lucia, gets even more upset, wondering why they want to call her. Because Mira opens the door to talk to Lucia, she sees her collapsed on the ground, with blood dripping from her nose. Lucia looks at the mirror happily, showing how excited she is for their next meeting at the bishop's gathering. While doing this affectionate act, she throws an angry look at Kim, who seems confused by the drama happening around them. After that, Lucia gets into her car and drives away. Maren asks Kim what they should do about Koko now that Lucia has gone. In reply, Koko jumps in, telling the mirror not to act all high and mighty just because it's a bishop, saying that it is, actually, unimportant. Koko believes they need new energy and a place to relax, adding that she would gladly take a role as a helper. However, before she can finish her sentence, the mirror hits her on the head, making Koko scream in frustration. Mira then asks Kim if Koko will really be helpful, to which Kim reminds her that he has already. He mentioned that he needs vampire blood. This is crucial if they see her as an enemy. Draining her blood before she is eliminated is all there is to it. However, if they keep her as an ally, she will keep asking for blood. Considering her detection abilities and combat skills, she will surely be useful. Nor agrees, but he wonders how Kim plans to control Koko. Hearing this, Koko gets furious, thinking that Mira is just what she expected, much like the Vatican. That she glares at Mira, and Aang and Mira is caught off guard by Koko's surprising kindness toward Kim. Even Kim doesn't fully understand her behavior. As he looks at Koko, he thinks about the time when he was filled with rage after his comrades died. He killed the director and his team members who had sacrificed themselves for him. He killed them all. Koko also lost a friend and Kim realizes that she, too, is burning with anger. He kneels beside her and says that they plan to eliminate her master Anna. However, if she helps them, it would be very beneficial. She is not, however, absolutely essential. He gives Koko a choice: either die as a vampire or join them in avenging Akka. Koko listens intently, remaining silent. At first she shows how much she dislikes Anna because Anna always makes things harder for Akka. However, her hatred for the Vatican is even more intense, since they caused Akka's pain. She will never forgive the person who caused Akka's death. Koko then says that if they got rid of Anna, she would do anything for them. After hearing this, Kim looks at Mira. She understands the seriousness of the situation and tells him that they will talk about Ko's part at the bishop's meeting. Mira warns that Koko is now her responsibility, so if she loses control or hurts anyone, she will handle it quickly. As she says this, Mira feels a bit sorry for being so harsh. The scene shifts to Mira giving Koko a bath, who is loudly complaining and accusing Mira of torturing her like the Vatican did. Mira notices a strange smell coming from Koko and asks when she last bathed. Koko screams, claiming she smells great. But Mira knows that's not true. As Mira keeps washing her Koko, she thinks about the irony: how could the same person who slays vampires now be taking care of one's hygiene? Kim had begged Mira to take on the job of bathing Koko, because he felt himself unable to do it on his own. However, this situation seems strange, although it was necessary. The mirror tries to keep a positive vibe, knowing that Kim needs vampire blood. This makes her stay quiet, convincing herself that everything is unavoidable for the greater good. Surrounding the bath, some soap accidentally gets into Koko's eyes, causing her to run out, yelling that the mirror has poisoned her. In a panic, she rushes to Kim for help, but the mirror blocks her at the door. Ku begs Kim to step in and save her. However, Kim stays silent, watching the chaos unfold. The mirror pulls Koko back inside, and the noise of bathing keeps going without stopping. Meanwhile, Kim's mind wanders to memories of his teammates who called him H after his promotion. At that moment, he didn't understand why they picked that name and asked them to call him Lisuk instead. His teammates then insisted that he treat them, and when the commander showed up, he said he would join them too. They playfully teased Kim, saying he should buy them beef, and he laughed, realizing that just because he was the leader, they thought they could call him H. Once an H, always an H. Reflecting on these memories, Kim smiles, thinking about when life had ever been this loud. Finally, the mirror finishes its task. While bathing Koko, she lies on the bed in shock, considering the absurdity of her situation. This is insane. She thinks about how Koko never listens to her. However, Koko obediently follows Kim's instructions without question. This thought sticks with her, especially when she remembers how Kim simply told Koko to sit down and get dressed, and she did it without hesitation. Kim even fixed her hair, combing it for her. The mirror wonders if Koko is acting this way because she once hurt her friend. Additionally, she recalls Koko saying that she would never forgive the person who killed Akka, but she would help them in killing Anna. Kim realizes that Koko has lost something precious and is now in enemy territory, making her overly sensitive. Kim acknowledges that she should understand Koko's situation better. Although she is deep in thought, she suddenly feels someone biting her hand. As looking down, she sees Koko has her hand in her mouth and is chewing on it. Koko tells Kim that she's hungry. Mira smiles and draws her sword. In another room, Kim is asleep, but he is suddenly awakened by the loud noise of Koko telling Mira that her true colors have been revealed, despite the noise. Kim once again closes his eyes and quietly thanks Mira for her hard work. Kim falls back asleep later. Koko is seen hovering over him, looking at him with both love and affection. She thinks to herself, he's mine. Koko has, actually, fallen in love with Kim. However, this feeling is complicated because life can be unpredictable. Although she feels a strong connection, there are always uncertainties hiding beneath the surface. But in this moment, all that matters is their bond. It is morning finally, and Kim wakes up. He slowly opens his eyes, feeling a weight under his blanket. When he lifts it, he is surprised to see Koko curled up underneath, fast asleep. A drop of water falls from her mouth, and she looks like a child in peaceful slumber. Kim is confused, wondering what Koko is doing there. The sun is shining bright, which could be dangerous for Koko. He tries to wake her up, but Koko suddenly jumps awake, startled by something she can't see. This quick reaction leaves Kim confused. He stays quiet, while Koko starts to mumble Ayaka's name in her sleep, tears rolling down her warm cheeks. As she dreams of Ayaka, Kim watches her, remembering how Koko had once shown anger towards the mirror. However, she listens to him and does what he says, although he can't figure out why. Kim had taken in Igaka's blood, and now he has a scent that brings up deep feelings of losing a beloved friend. Koko's tears keep falling as she dreams, however. Kim comforts her by saying that everything is okay. His mind wanders back to a time when he also had cried, and the commander had told him to stop showing such feelings. Now, Kim wants to reassure Koko, saying strongly that everything is fine. The scene shifts to Mira and Kim practicing inside a building. Mira throws a bunch of punches at Kim, who skillfully avoids each hit. She swings yet another punch, and he ducks just in time to miss it. In a quick moment of chance, Kim tries to counterattack, aiming to hit Mira, but she cleverly catches his hand in midair and, with a smile, tells him that he has definitely improved. His reactions, she points out, are faster than ever before. Kim replies, attributing his newfound agility to Ayaka's blood. Mira acknowledges his claim, stating that this enhancement must be utilized to her advantage. Still somewhat bewildered, Kim inquires about her meaning. Mira clarifies that today marks the day of the Bishop Conference. However, despite his confusion, Kim remains engaged. He doesn't completely grasp her explanation, but he senses the significance of the moment. The day that will ultimately determine his acceptance looms large. Kim inquires about the potential consequences, to which Mira responds that immediate execution is a likely outcome. Of course, she places a reassuring hand on Kim's shoulder, attempting to alleviate his concerns. And, despite this, Kim gazes at her, still perplexed. Mira, however, confidently asserts that she believes Kim possesses sufficient potential to attract hidden vampires. His rapid growth in such a brief period, she argues, endows him with the capability to compete with the captains. She emphasizes that he is crucial to ending the crusade by eliminating Anna. Then, she poses a question about Kim's confidence. With determination, he replies that even in his human days, he demonstrated considerable strength. Now, having learned how to enhance his abilities as a vampire, he believes that killing Anna is merely a matter of time. Mira watches him with a smile, clearly convinced by his conviction. Kim concludes by stating that there is much to accomplish, therefore, they should expedite the Bishop Conference or whatever it is called. Amused, Mira replies with an excited, "Excellent." As Kim and Mira along with two others head to the conference room, he thinks about Nanema, Anna and the squad leaders. Now that he has become a vampire, the Vatican sees him as a demon from the same hell. Whether the Vatican will use his powers or he will control them is not important to Kim. His only goal is to get revenge on that Anna, the one who messed up his life. He has already captured 2 of the 7 leaders, and now he is just 5 steps away from Anna. He must drain all of them to become stronger. The scene shifts once again to Katarina talking with Anna. Katarina shares her thoughts and Anna, curious, asks about the outcome. Katarina answers, Aika's death has been confirmed and Koko is probably with the Vatican. Anna, however, is not really interested in that. Instead, she wants to know about Kim. Katarina replies, just as she planned, he's doing well. He even managed to break down the poison that had changed him. Hearing this, Anna's expression changes to one of satisfaction. She smiles slightly and tells Katarina that Kim will come to them without any need for intervention. Anna then opens a box, takes out a vial of red poison, and holds it in her hand. She states, until then, just focus on this. The scene then shifts again, this time to outside the cathedral where, however, Mira stands firmly, stating that the Bishop Conference will soon be held in this cathedral. Kim, standing beside her, asks, this isn't the sanctum we saw last time, is it? Mira explains that this cathedral is under the Vatican. It also serves as a regular cathedral while gathering information. Because Kim cannot enter the sanctum where the sacred artifacts are kept, the meeting was arranged to take place here solely for him. Kim expresses his gratitude for the effort they are making. However, his wrists are shackled in chains. He asks Mira whether she truly needed to go this far. Mira explains that the bishops instructed her to keep him restrained just in case. She can't help it either. There are still bishops who harbor hostility toward him. Although he is better off than Koko, the situation remains precarious. As Kim and Mira continue their conversation, a man suddenly calls out from behind. Both turn around to see who it is. The man approaches Mira and asks her, is that guy a vampire? Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel and comment if you want any story covered.